Welcome to Strong Fit. Think of today's practice as a continual warm-up, like an oiling of the cog or a zone 2 in other fitness activities. It's like we're habituating the body to what we are already familiar with, as if we're saying this is normal as sitting. Starting in our child's pose, breathing, and coming into our puppy, making any adjustments that we need to make. Today, we're practicing what's already familiar, rather than pushing forward in any way. Relaxing the lungs before the breath comes in and out. Coming into tabletop with the hands slightly in front. Inhale, half up dog. Exhale, belly squeezes, reversal. Inhale, lengthen, and unfurling into our half up dog. Continue with that. One more round. Warming up your spine. And then lowering your hips to the floor, hands under shoulders. Squeeze your heels in towards the buttocks, lift the top chest, and elbows squeeze into the side body. Maybe you lift the knees, bow pose, no hands. And then one-sided bow, lift the top chest, lift the knee, but it's almost like you're rounding the low back. And swap sides again. So you're getting rid of the big back bend in the low back, protecting and warming up your spine. Now you choose the option with no hands, bow pose, or taking hold of the feet, lifting the top chest, and kicking the feet into the hands to draw the shoulders away from the ears. Lowering back down, hands under shoulders. Scoot forward, fuller half up dog, inhale. Exhale, belly squeezes, lifting us back into our downward facing dog. Have a little wiggle, stretching your sternum forward, lengthening the spine. I often look at the top of my mat, and this really helps me lengthen my back. Walk your hands back to your feet now, forward folding and releasing the tension. And then pressing through the balls of the feet to stack your vertebrae and come all the way up to stand. Now repeating that, rolling back down through the vertebrae one at a time. This is a Pilates move, and it's also a Qigong move. To roll down through the spine, taking hold of your elbows now, Salamba Uttanasana. You'll notice my knees are bent. You can straighten your legs if your hamstrings are already released. And then walking our hands back out into our down dog. Have a little moment there to stretch and release. To lift the top chest away from the floor. And then right leg draws a big circle, and then swap direction with that big circle for the hip. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, center body tiger curl, rounding up through your spine. Step that foot beside the right thumb, hands on the inside of the leg, and have a little wiggle. You can stay with that or bend the back knee and take hold of the foot with the opposite hand, quadricep stretch. Now we have an option of a half split here, sending the sit bones back. And now our half Virasana or half butterfly might be a friendlier option for you. Be very mindful. There should be no sensation in your knee joints. So we're releasing the quadricep here. You could stay in that quadricep release again. Come back up. Step the front foot forward. Release the back thigh and hip flexor, rocking forward and back. And then finding that twist. Can you relax the lungs before the breath comes in and out? Hand to the floor, knee to the floor. Knee to knee transition. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, unfurl. 1 to 3 chaturangas. Feel free to lift your knees. Inhale, send the sit bones back. Exhale, rounding. And again, 1 to 3. Squeeze your elbows in closer, I'm guessing. It's usually a good guess because most people, we're doing one more round, most people would benefit from bringing their elbows in closer. Now we have one unfurl, inhale, lengthen, exhale, rounding with a single plank, chaturanga, full or half up dog, inhale, stretch the front line of the body. Come back to neutral, lower your pelvis to the floor, elbows under shoulders, and your ugly plank, rounding up through the spine, engaging your abdominal muscles. Coming over onto our side body in a half plank with a little leg pulse. So we're squeezing into the sides of the glutes. Come back to your ugly plank. Option to tuck the toes under, lift the knees. Just keep breathing. I know the cues are fast, the flow is fast. Now other side with that forearm half plank with the leg pulse. Just keep breathing, keep noticing the analogy of oiling that cog, remember? Back to your variation of ugly plank. Relax the top chest. Lower your knees. Hands under shoulders, full or half up dog. Inhale. Back to neutral, lift one leg and then the other. Tuck your toes, belly squeezes, down dog. Notice the breath. It's like a type of body conditioning today. Now revolve down dog, hand into the center of the mat or taking hold of ankle or foot and swapping sides. Back to your down dog, walking your hands back to your feet. Breathe. Forward fold. Pressing through the balls of the feet maybe. I'm taking hold of the back of my thighs here. Inhale, bend, and exhale, I'm pressing back through my thighs. I'm doing this continually. I'm bending and re-pressing back through my thighs. Unfurl to stand now, pressing through the balls of the feet. And take hold of your big toe. And warm up for your Padangusthasana. Try not to force this. Bringing your leg out to the side. Releasing is a good analogy for stretching. So other side now. Extending that leg bent or straight, torso is long. And then sweep the leg out to the side. Drop the tailbone down. We can't force flexibility. And we're doing another round. What really helps is repetition. So extending that leg forward. And then sweeping it out to the side. Awareness into your hips. Swapping sides again. How can you make it feel like a warm-up? Forget about performance or making shapes. If you do that, you'll really release the tension. You really will allow the body to stretch. So bringing that foot to the floor, some circles for your hips. And changing direction of those hip circles. Hands behind the head, controlled upper body back bend. Maybe you release one hand and then the other. And rolling back down through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Salamba Uttanasana, legs bent or straight. Breathe. Swap the interlace of the hands. And then walk your hands back out into your downward facing dog. Keep breathing. We really want to fuel the body with the breath and swap legs with the leg circle. And then drawing that circle in the opposite direction. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, center body, tiger curl. Step that foot towards the left thumb, hands on the inside of the thigh. Release your quadricep. So just rocking from side to side, that's our option 1. And we can bend the back knee, take hold of the back foot to release the quadricep more if it serves you. Half split option. So send the sit bones back, sticking your bum out. Breathing. Is your top chest receiving the breath? Virasana or half butterfly. Lovely long back here. Carefully coming out. Front foot steps forward. We release the back leg, particularly the front of the leg, thigh, hip flexor, knee, shin. Find your twist. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you breathe. Hands back to the floor. Stepping back, knees to the floor. Unfurl mid-range push-up, so elbows move outwards this time. Inhale, send the sit bones back. Exhale, unfurl. And then 1 to 3 mid-range push-ups. Resist the floor. Rounding up through that spine and then keeping the upper back in line with the shoulder blades as we do our push-ups. That's why we're doing the unfurl. I really enjoy the unfurl as well. It's a nice little rest in between our strength building, but it's like a stretch, release for the spine. Now, fuller half plank, fuller half chaturanga, fuller half upward facing dog. How do you know which to choose? If it's going into the joints, drop your knees. We want to build strength in the muscles. Now lower the pelvis to the floor. Lift the top chest, squeeze the elbows in towards the side body, so working the upper back. And then without pressing into the hands, reach one arm and then the other up towards the sky. Keep swapping sides with that. We're using back strength rather than our supporting hand. Press back up, full or half up dog, inhale. And then maybe you lift one leg and the other, getting the glutes squeeze. Reversal into your downward facing dog. Keep that breath flowing. Keep feeding the body with the breath. Now step the feet closer in and Shakti kicks. So we're squeezing the heel in towards the buttocks and we're getting those shoulders right over the hands before we press down. Again, we're just trying to get the body used to it. This is normal. This is just what I do, So return to the practice if you need to, and of course the other practices, including inversion practices. So we're in our down dog now. Walking our hands back to our feet. Bending the knees perhaps, or perhaps straightening. And taking hold of the back of my heels here. Aiming to lift the sit bones up, and it might not look like I'm doing that, but I am really thinking of that, getting the muscles to work with me. Pressing through the balls of the feet, unfurling to stand. And our Padangastasana, our leg extension, round 2. Extend the leg out. I'm starting with the right leg this time. And then sweep it out to the side. Still a warm-up. Swap legs. Why is it still a warm-up? If we go too far with the hamstrings, so other leg extending front and then sidewards, it is believed that it will stop the body from stretching more. And yeah, I kind of have found that to be true in my practice. So we're doing some hip circles. So with particularly the hamstrings, we can't force that flexibility. Cajoling often works the best, particularly if you've very tight hamstrings. I know not everyone does, right? You then work on your strength. So controlled upper body back bend, hands on the buttocks first. And then if you'd like, you walk your hands down your thighs. Keep your belly drawing in, carefully coming all the way up. How's the breath? And then hinge at the hips, press the hands forward, so Qigong style. I know we do an Ardha Uttanasana in yoga that's similar to this, but we're not using the hands here on the thighs. And then bring them down towards the floor, our hands, Salamba Uttanasana, pressing our thighs back if the legs are straight. Walk your hands back out into your down dog. We're going to start with the left leg this time. Oh, right leg. Big circle with the right leg. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, center body tiger curl. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, cross body tiger curl. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, outer body tiger curl. Step that foot beside the right thumb, come all the way up to stand. Our Virabhadrasana, well, it's actually a high lunge. So back heel is lifted. And then we press the hands out to the side, create spaciousness in your joints. Interlace the hands, lift the top chest, belly in. Exhale, hinge forward, glute activation. Twice more. So activate the glute as you lean forward and lift the top chest as you come back to neutral. Now bowing in towards yourself, humble warrior. You can bring your hands further towards the top of the mat if you'd like. Now coming into a pyramid pose option with the heel on the floor, and then inhale, bend, revolved Trikonasana warm up. So it's like a windmilling, a bending and re-straightening of the leg. Pause there or continue with your windmilling of the arm back and forward. Face forward again and forward fold over that leg. It's like someone is drawing your hips back as you stretch forward. Bend that front leg, step back, lifting the back leg, full or half plank, Chaturanga, up dog. So keep it all in your muscles, even if you need to bring the knees to the floor, that's all good. Lift one leg and then the other in your up dog, tuck your toes, belly lifts you back into your down dog. How's the breath going? Can you notice? Now coming to the knees, hinging back, and then maybe taking hold of one heel and then the other for our camel pose. Feel free to do a hinge instead. I do have a video on Ustrasana on this channel, a short. And then downward facing dog. Revolving that left leg in a big circle and then changing direction. This is a nice hip release. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, center body tiger curl. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, cross body tiger curl. Inhale, thigh to the sky. So I don't know what I was demoing there. Inhale, thigh to the sky. And exhale, outer body tiger curl. I guess you can bring the knees to the floor is probably what I was doing, demoing. Now our high lunge with the left leg in front. Draw the belly in to protect your back. You can lift the top chest, then press the hands out to the side, stretching into the elbows and fingers. Interlace the hands, lift the top chest, inhale, and exhale, hinging forward over that leg. Inhale, lift the top chest, and exhale, hinging forward. One more time. And then humble warrior, bowing in towards yourself. Again, if you'd like, bring the hands towards the head more to release the shoulders more. Hands to the floor, pyramid pose option. Breathe, 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 breathe. Revolved, Trikonasana, windmill the arm back, rebend the knee, inhale. Exhale, come to straightening the leg, hand to the sky, pause if you'd like. Hand to the floor, forward folding over that back, over the front leg. Over the back leg would be pretty hard. Lifting that foot, plank, chaturanga, up dog. Inhale, stretch the front line of the body. Exhale, lifting one leg and then the other. As we breathe freely, belly squeezes, down dog. We're still warming up. We're getting the body used to challenge poses as if we're doing nothing. That's the idea. Now, coming into your variation of Ustrasana, camel pose if you want. I'm going to bring the elbows to the floor. It's going to be pretty quick. Make sure you already do this. Squeeze the belly, come out. So that Virasana, the hero practice, really important as quadricep releases, etc. To be able to do that pose. Coming into our puppy, everything just to warm up today. So any back bend there, camel pose, or you could do a bow pose instead. Coming into our Malasana, rocking forward and back, breathing. How's the breath? Is the breath still flowing? Are we still feeding ourselves with the breath? And now Skandasana practice. So one leg extends, sitting in a half squat. And first step, I recommend you use your hands would be step one. Push into the floor using your hands. And just get lighter with using your hands over time. So only press a little. And step two, without using the hands, use your muscular strength. Keep opening or even pushing the knee out over the toes with your elbows. Breathe. Side to side lunge here, keeping the foot on the floor, pressing elbow inside the inner thigh to open up that knee and hip. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale. Let's find a twist first. Lengthen and then rotate. And then swapping hands with that twist, bring the right hand behind the left buttocks. Hips stay facing forward. Back to the center, then forward fold over your legs. Wide-legged forward fold. Press down through the outside corners of the feet. You feel that release? Walk your hands up to the top of the mat. Down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. I'm bringing my feet together and I'm rebending my knees to forward fold, hands behind the thighs, inhale, bend, exhale, press the thighs back. Repeating, keeping the belly on the thighs. Remember, breath, breath, breathe. No such thing as perfection, coming all the way back up to stand slowly. Taking hold of the left foot, down your Natarajasana practice dancer. So what releases your hip flexor? What shape? Try not to force the body. It's a short amount of time, right? So this is not performance. This is oiling the cog. Can you release your hip flexor? Can you press the foot into the hand? Can you open your chest? Shaking out the tree, Qigong style, at the back of our mat. And then stick the bum out, lift the top chest for your controlled upper back bend. Bring your spine back to neutral as you maybe walk your hands down your thighs. Controlled upper body back bend, come all the way back up to stand. Slowly take a moment. Stick your bum out. Press your hands forward. Find that halfway lift, pressing the hands forward. It's more Qigong, right? Look forward in Qigong. And then drop your head down, Salamba Uttanasana. Allow gravity to do some of the work here. Keep that breath flowing, really important in today's practice. Always important, but today, more so. Warm-up practices. Walk your hands back out into your down dog. Bend your knees. Now, I know this sounds funny. I'll get back to it in a moment as we bring our left leg in a big circle and right leg in a big circle. So starting on the left side, this time, inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, center body tiger curl. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, cross body tiger curl. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, outer body tiger curl. Step that foot into the center of the hands now. And warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, warm up. Focus on energy into the outside corner of the back foot, archers pose arms. And then reverse your warrior. Side angle variation, hand into the inside of the leg, hinging to the side. Now you can hinge more and more, and that's really challenging, or bring the hand to the floor. Can you release down the outside of the body, Trikonasana? Keep your tailbone pulling away from the crown of the head. Lower the back knee to the floor. Now step 1 is lizard pose. You bring the elbows or hands to the floor. Or step 2, do chaturangas from there. This is a building block absolutely necessary for Kundalini-yasana 2, which we're going to do now. So I know you can't see it with the black, but I have my elbow underneath the thigh. You'll see it more on the other side. And I'm shooting the left leg out to the side, so lifting off the floor. Again, we're practicing what we know. So maybe you do the push-ups. You know, the chaturanga push-ups in that shape. Back to our down dog. You'll see it better on the other side. Keep breathing. So what I was saying, I know it sounds funny, that it's an 80% practice. And we'll get back to that thought again. But if we think of it as 80%, it's often how the body works. We're kneeling. We often work better with the body, not forcing a stretch. So your variation of Ustrasana, when we think of it as 80%, we often don't go too far. Now I'm doing that option of elbows to the floor, crown of the head to the floor. And then the belly squeezes. So we'd always keep our spine neutral as we come out. Doing what we can. I'm stretching my wrists. So I did weights that day, which is good for me. but it really works. My hands in a new way lifting those weights. Now right leg draws in a big circle and then reverse that direction for that hip circle. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, center body tiger curl. Guys, you're doing really well to make it so far. Keep going. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, outer body tiger, cross body tiger curl. Inhale, thigh to the sky. Exhale, just keep breathing. Outer body tiger curl. If you're really tired, just go, I'm at least going to finish it, and breathe. Hands into our legs, foot in between the hands, in the middle of your mat, and warrior two, warm up. Archer's pose hands. So sometimes we get stuck with perfection, right? So these type of practices really good for breaking that cycle. Reverse warrior, and then side angle, hand inside the thigh, and we work on that, the strength, our core strength, walking our hand further down the leg, which is quite challenging, drawing the right hip back or hand to the floor. Trikonasana. Draw the energy into your solar plexus. And then you can do that variation of the chaturanga push-ups or lizard pose. Bring your elbows to the floor, simply stretch. Or tricep underneath your thigh here, the right thigh. So it's a little bit of a bind. And then we reach through the toes. Reach through both toes. That's part of the balance as we come into our Vinyasa-style 2. No perfection, just practice. So put the breath first if you need to. Say, I'm breathing today. I'm breathing and doing. Sometimes I say do it sloppy, and I know hopefully you understand what I mean by that. Just do it. Just do it. Get rid of the perfection. Perfection sometimes is not our friend. Often. Just do it. Lower the knees to the floor. I mean, do it sloppy if you have to. It's better than doing nothing. And now we're doing our pike presses, and very often, particularly for people I teach, that helps. So press your hands down, rounding up through the spine. And maybe it's more of a hang up for women, I'm not sure, but could be. Now, coming back into our downward facing dog, step your feet closer. Now let's work on noble failure. We're squeezing one heel in towards the buttocks as we swing the other leg up towards the sky. A bit of a handstand practice. And let me let you in on a secret here. I can work on my courage a lot more. I can do this. I can bring my leg up towards the wall behind me very easily. So I have to work on this courage. And we're doing it from the grass, right? Everyone's working on something. Have you ever watched a child learn something? In theory, they do it terribly. I know that sounds bad, but they do. Let's walk our hands back to our feet. They do it so badly, but children are expert learners. And you know why? Because they're not afraid of making mistakes. They're not afraid of failing, if you like. They know that, or they don't know it, but they learn that you just try. That's it. That's the trick. So forward fold. Press through the balls of the feet and unfurl to stand. So try and maybe regain some of that confidence, rolling down through the spine. Walking your hands back out. Squeezing out your wrists, maybe. Yes, guys, please do subscribe to my channel. We're not done yet, but I really do appreciate that. Taking a moment to breathe, coming into your puppy pose. See if we can let go of excess tension and thoughts. Armalasana. just breathing. Our Baddha-Konasana, releasing the hips, lengthening the spine. Lots of little swallows in this area. And then extending the legs out and rolling down through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Drawing some hip circles now, or anything else that serves you. You may wish to do a much more substantial stretch and release. I'm hugging my left knee in towards my chest. Sweeping it across the body into a little twist. Release the top chest, release the top chest. Let go of what no longer serves you. And then hugging your right knee in towards the chest, breathing, noticing. And then sweeping that leg across the body, lengthening the spine. Relaxing the top chest. Coming back to the center now. Extending the legs out into your Shavasana. And allowing that tide of the breath in and out.